So you're a lawyer and you're becoming mindful of how you're functioning. You know, you're becoming mindful of your performance and your behaviour and so forth. What are some of the things that you can do as a lawyer to facilitate, you know, ongoing positive functionality?
Primarily looking after yourself and having a balanced life, and recognising that there are some times when work has to be a priority, and allowing that to be part of your life and for that to be okay, rather than getting caught up in that talk of I shouldn't be doing this. There are times when lawyers particularly will be very busy, and talking with someone and saying to your partner or to your family, at this moment I'm going to have to be concentrating on that, then helps to take the pressure off, because they know what you're going through. And then when things settle down a bit, taking the time to do that. On an everyday level, monitoring things like your alcohol intake, because while it does relax us, it actually long term causes lots of additional problems. Minimising coffee and caffeinated drinks, because that increases our adrenaline flow and we actually start to believe that we're more stressed than we actually are. Eating healthily, and there's been some recent study that's shown that the more fresh fruit and vegetables that people eat, the better their psychological well-being is as well. So it was great to actually read that research and to start to see that coming through. Taking time out through the day, even if you're really busy, but taking some time out to simply think of something else, to look out the window, to notice that the sun is shining, to go and walk outside for 5 or 10 minutes if you're feeling overwhelmed, so that you're actually just getting outside that stressful place. Regularly scheduling some breathing time, which we've got to breathe anyway.
Yes.
So if we take the time to actually slow down our breathing, that then will also help us feel that we're in control, because our body isn't interpreting that as us being overwhelmed and stressed at that point in time.
Sleep's very important too, isn't it? A big factor.
Sleep's a huge factor, and it's one of the things that a lot of people will struggle with, and it's probably one of the things that I have a lot of clients come for, because they'll say, I'm not sleeping well. It's important to make sure that you have certain strategies in place so that when you're going to sleep, you actually are turning off from work and putting your body into the sleep zone. So that would be things like not using an iPad or not using a phone within half an hour of going to bed, because it changes the melatonin. Making sure that you have sufficient time from when you get home, some routines to actually get rid of the day, leave that behind, and then get ready to rest. If you notice that you're waking up with a lot of thoughts running through the head, to be able to take some breaths and to notice what the thoughts are, and even sometimes to write them down on a pad beside you so that your mind can stop nagging you about them, and then to be able to go back to sleep. Sometimes though, people will find that it is really helpful to actually take some medication so that they get back in the routine of having regular sleep, and that can also be a good thing to do as long as it's monitored by your GP.